County residents. A little bit about myself. I grew up on Long Island, New York. I am presently 54 years old. I'm married. My wife Robin is over there. We have five children and 9 grandchildren. Started my career in 1981, where I joined the United States Navy. Did 4 years, got honorably discharged before getting out and getting my bachelor's degree in sociology and criminal justice. Started a career in law enforcement up on Long Island, New York, before moving down here in 1989. Started working at the Crystal River Police Department for 17 years, where I worked up to the rank of sergeant. Did a little bit of everything before going to the Citrus County Sheriff's Office back in 2008, where I started with I was working as the Community Resource Officer for the City of Crystal River, which I've been doing and I'm still doing as of today. Part of my job there is taking care of the citizens of Crystal River on all their issues. I'm also presently a Master Chief Petty Officer E9 in the United States Coast Guard Reserve. I'm stationed over at Port Canaveral. I'm the Senior Enlisted Reserve Advisor, which means I take care of all issues involving the Reserve enlisted folks. A couple of reasons why I decided to become a county commissioner. One, it's everybody in this room out here. Citizens of Citrus County are my main goal. 30 seconds. The last 26 years of my career down here in Florida has been taking care of the citizens of Citrus County as a law enforcement officer. I am presently going to retire as long as I get elected on the 14th of November and start Board of County Commissioner as my full-time job. I want to take care of the citizens and help and make it a lot better place for you, for your family, and your grandchildren. So thank you. Vote for me November 8th. Our main resources in this community. $200 million was made by tourism last year, primarily because of scalloping, because of Petamanatee, because of Crystal River, because of our fishing lakes. We need to preserve that for our future. The board already is passing a fertilizer ban. We need to do that. Unfortunately, they can't tell the stores not to supply it, but we need to educate, number one, so that people don't use that time release or the fast release fertilizer. Crystal River just was awarded a grant from DEP for putting 95 residences onto mainline sewer instead of septic tanks. We need to continue doing that. DEP has grants out there all the time. I know the county is just getting awarded a $14.4 million grant from Florida DEP also for changing one of the water treatment plants down on the southwest side of the county. We need to be writing grants constantly. Obviously, the cost of these things are going to go up tremendously over the years. We need to work on it now, and we need to just continue putting money towards that. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you explain that position to builders who say the moratorium on impact fees has improved the economy?
Well, that's a tough one, obviously, because they'll sit here and argue that impact fees is keeping businesses, keeping buildings away from this county. It's a tight line to walk there, obviously. When we had the moratorium on it, I've talked to some building officials that said they have not seen any change in the amount of buildings coming into the county. And that's an issue. I've talked to some realty people, I've talked to some building officials that cannot sit there and tell me exactly those numbers. But coming back with the impact fees, it's important to the community. I think we need to look at it as a whole. One of the parts of the impact fees is law enforcement. Well, we're all paying MSBU for law enforcement, so do we actually need to have that impact fee in there? So we need to look at it as a whole. Right now, everybody's looking at possibly a 50%, but you also need to look at places like Marion County, which has a set fee. I think theirs is $1,000 for new construction. And there's a lot of different things we need to look at. We need to sit down together, and I need to learn from them exactly what their feelings are, and just work together to get it right. And we need to get it right.